everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni and the Widow Ruckelshaus. I have a new journal to show you. This is actually one that I started about a year ago while Bill was still alive, and I had a customer who reserved it. It's been a while, so I'm not sure if she still wants it or not. If she does, then I'm going to put sold on the title so you can tell whether or not it's still available. If she's given up on it, then I don't blame her. Then I will put it into the store, into the shop, and I'll have a link below for that. Anyway, so this is a very, very full journal, and I think that in order to write in it, you're going to have to take some of the notepads and stuff out because it's so full. I kind of went a little overboard on it. But this is not just a Tennessee, but Monroe County, Tennessee. This is where I live. It's a very, very large county, but not super populated because it's real spread out. People are really spread out, and it includes a lot of the Appalachian area here in Tennessee. It has all kinds of little dangles. I've got a bunch of buttons from Bill's collection that have the names of each of the towns. Like this one says Madisonville, and then it has the zip code of that town on the back. And some of the places, like I don't think that Rafter is actually a town. It's just like a place in in Monroe County, and there's lots of ribbons and beads hanging down. There's a lot of lace and yarn. You'll see the page where most of this yarn is. I've got some dangles here. Here's one of an angel, and here's a heart dangle, and those you can move around because they're like, this one's on a paper clip and these ones are on little safety pins, so you can move them wherever you want to. And then there's some stuff coming up here too. It's hand bound, and then I've got ribbon over the binding. The cover is a map of mostly Monroe County. Here's Tellico Plains. That's where we used to have our shop. So there's all kinds of stuff. This is Bald River Falls. This is a possum. We have lots of those around here. We have bears. This is a picture that I took on, or no, I don't think I took this one. I think I got this from Pixabay. But it's on Cherahela Skyway, and one of Bill's buttons, and some burlap and cheesecloth and just all kinds of stuff here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start going through this. I have pictures of a lot of places in Monroe County. This is the front of a bed and breakfast. This is the Tennessee flag, by the way. We're called the Volunteer State because we sent a lot of volunteers to the Alamo, including Davy Crockett and I don't remember who else, Daniel Boone, I think. So these are just like this I got from Pixabay. I think I got this one from Pixabay also. Some of these are pictures that I took, and some, like I said, are from places like Pixabay, copyright-free places. One of the things that I did as far as like cards and stuff in here is I found ads of some of the places that are in Monroe County. Like this is in Sweetwater where I live, and this is the antique store there, so that's kind of fun. And then you can write on the back. I'm not going to take out all the pictures because it would take too long. This is an envelope that opens up for you to write on, so you've got more writing space there. This is a Rita Donnelly Rita Donnelly flip, so you can write in here, but it's also a pocket. Von Orr is one of the places in Monroe County, and then this is a card. I included a lot of these cards in here, blank cards to write on. And then this is a fabric flip, so you can write something really private here and not worry about people just seeing it. I have a little pocket that I made from burlap and lace here. This is just an old derelict barn, and this is downtown Sweetwater. This is like just a couple blocks from me, and you can write on the back of that. And then here's a little notepad that I made from some of the coffee dyed paper scraps that I had. You've got the Tennessee flag with, I put Monroe County, Tennessee, US of A. That's how people say it around here, US of A. And Country Kinfolk is another place here in Lenoir City. That's not actually Monroe County, sorry, that's just a little bit north of Monroe County. An ice cream cone, some paper to write on, coffee stained paper that you can write on. I thought that these leaves were really appropriate. This is the rest of that farmhouse, this right here, that's a bed and breakfast in Tellico Plains. Just beautiful. One day it was snowing, or it had snowed, and Bill and I were up there, and I got a lot of pictures of places there. You've got some zinnia seeds. Now these seeds are old, so I don't know if they'll work or not, but they're kind of cool to have in here. And if you want to, you can slit this open, pour the seeds out, and I would just, put them out someplace where it's okay if they do grow, and then use it as a pocket that you can put something into. So this is another Rita Donnelly flip that you can write inside here. You can write on the page. All these pages, just write on. If it's too dark to write on with a regular pen, you can use like a white gel pen or something, or you can paper clip things to the pages or staple them or whatever, or even glue things if you want to cover it up. This is our favorite place to eat pizza up in Tellico Plains. It's the Bear's Den. You have a card here with a picture from a Tennessee magazine, from a photo contest that someone had entered. And then you've got Bald River Falls here, some patchwork, which is very appropriate to the Appalachians. This is a bridge in Tellico Plains that's just really beautiful. I love that bridge. This is just an old barn it's not quite derelict, but it kind of looks like it's falling apart. Got a little area that you can color here if you want, and just a card to write on. Got another library type pocket here with a card. You've got a pocket here with a little pad of paper, and then a little bookmark that you can write on. And the thing with junk journals, you guys, in case you're new to this, is you make it your own. You take these out, you move them around, you use them someplace else, and stick other things in the pockets if you want. There's a map here of Tellico Plains. You can write on the back of that. And with junk journals too, you can write on the pockets and everything. Just write everywhere. Glue stuff on, do whatever you want. Here's another note card to write in, and another flip-flop. Another Rita Donnelly flip, sorry. A sunset. Here's a bridge and a card that you can write on. Now this comes off. This is actually a paper clip, so don't forget that, because then you can flip this up and you've got space to write. And if you want to move this paper clip someplace else, you can. I just liked it there, so that's where I put it. Okay, this envelope flips open like this, so you can put something in it, and then you can write all back here. Okay, and this is, again, I think this is Monroe County. Here's the Tennessee flag. Pages are hand-torn, just, some forest birds and stuff. This is a picture that I took of a mountain laurel up by our house up above Tellico Plains. You've got a note card that says peace, and I think this is another, what do you call this, paper clip? I'm trying to hurry, and so I'm not thinking. I don't want my camera to turn off and make this into 2 videos. Okay, so this is the centerfold. This was my husband's only opportunity to be in a centerfold. There he is. He's knitting. This was our shop in Tellico Plains, and these are a bunch of his yarns. I had done all this before he died. Here's his business card. Here's mine. A bunch of his sweaters that he knit and stuff. So this was, this was our shop. And this is where all these buttons are hanging from too. Oh, these ribbons are bookmarks on different pages. Okay, so like this one goes here. Okay, and you can move those bookmarks around. This is pieces of sweater that he had knit that I retrieved from his trash. It was all dry trash. It was just, pieces of yarn and stuff that he didn't want. This is an envelope. It's actually an envelope, so you can stick something in there, and then there's a little card here that you can write on. Some more seeds, and this opens up to be a flip-flop. That's the leaves of the mountain laurel. I love those. Okay, so this is a belly band made from lace and ribbon and burlap and little flower thingies. Okay, there's some scrap paper here that's made into a notepad. This is a blank card, and this is a picture of a magnolia that says Monroe County Spring 2019. Okay, and I tried to pretty much, you know, if there's something that's sticking up like that, I tried to make it either loose or some way that it could flip out so that it doesn't cause problems with writing. But if for some reason there's something that I didn't do that with, you just put a piece of cardboard behind. This is a bridge. Got some more writing paper here and the angel. This one is not a pocket. I glued it all the way shut, but it's a flip. And then you can, of course, write all in here. Here's the rest of that bridge. Okay. This is just a little creek. There's the mountain laurels in bloom here. This is a creek up by our house, or down below our house. Some note paper. This is another one of those paper clips. Got lots of cheesecloth in here. This is from Volunteer Federal. It's an ad that I put onto a piece of coffee stained paper so that you can write on the back of it. There's some owls here and some owls here. This card I made into a flip-flop so that you can still write on here rather than gluing it all the way down. Here's the rest of our favorite pizza place, the Bear's Den. There's a pocket here that you can put something into. There's that farmhouse bed and breakfast. And I got the idea for these flowers. I think that there's a couple of them in here made with pieces of a book and button and thread from Carol Tinson. She had done a video on it and I really loved that. Another flip-flop to write on with lace. An American flag. People in Tennessee are very, very patriotic, although you do see a lot of Confederate flags too. This is another flip-flop. I like those because they just provide lots of extra space as well as a pocket. Okay, so this is an ad for the A&W in Madisonville. We have an A&W here in Sweetwater, and you can write on the back. We have one in Sweetwater, but it's more modern. The one in Madisonville is so cool. It's really, really old-fashioned. Oh, here's another one of those buttons, and it's a paper clip. It's really, really old-fashioned, and it's so cool. All right, and then we've got Bradley's Sweet Side with an ad for Mayfield ice cream, and then a little postcard in here. And I used a hymn from an old hymnal for the pocket. Mayfield ice cream is like really big here. They don't service a very large area because they want their ice cream and their milk and milk products to be really fresh, and it is. It is amazing stuff. So people around here, that's like what they buy. There are 3 pockets here. One here, here, and here. Is there one on the side too? No. Okay, so just those 3. I just have 2 things here. Here's Bradley's Pit Barbecue and Grill, which is here in Sweetwater, with this cute little pig on there. And if you go in there, you can buy all kinds of pigs. This is Bill's and my blessing from number 6. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Okay, so you can write on the back of that. See if I can get it in here with all the... There we go. Okay, and there's like buttons and all kinds of stuff here. And it says remember. There we go. Okay, and then Cherahela Skyway, and another note card. Oh, I'm getting good at this because I'm going through this really fast. And a flip-flop. And I think the rest of these are just writing pages. This I stenciled on by hand. And this is, I think this is actually north of here a little bit. I think, or it might be over Cherahela Skyway, but I think that it's more like by the Smoky Mountains. Which is not very far from us. And a doily. I'm not sure if I mentioned that on the front end of this. There's that old bridge. And some of the mountain areas. I think I took this picture, but I'm not sure. And then here's the flag from that farmhouse that I really like. That's a bed and breakfast. Now I did not glue this in because with all these buttons here, I wanted you to be able to take it out. So it's just a little pocket, and it's got a card in it that says, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me, from John 14. You can put something else in there if you want, or move these around. But you can take this with you, like to gather ephemera to put in here, and then you can like put it throughout your throughout your journal, but this you could like stick in your purse or your Bible or something if you wanted to. So anyway, that's it. I think I'm pretty sure that's all. Okay, so I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna check with the lady who had reserved it. If she still wants it, then I'll put sold. If not, it will be in my shop, the Widow Ruckelshaus, and I'll put a link below. I love you all. Bye bye.